Hey guys, Taro here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Langreskaya, playing for today, spawning in the north. We have VonIvan as the offset player. His loadout is Jaeger infantry, mobile defense, and assault support. Looks like he's putting, a couple more commanders in his loadout now. Even though he's probably going to pick mobile defense anyway. It's always nice to have the option of Jaeger infantry, I think. Anyway, facing off against him is DevM as the Soviets, who has armored assault, guard rifle combined arms, and guard motor coordination. Looks like DevM going for a triple engineer tier 1 build. This is a very unusual build. I think I've seen this before. I know that DevM's been trying many different strategies to be able to beat mobile defense, which seems to be by far the strongest strategy at the moment throughout all of 1v1. Just, this was just basically the only commander so far that didn't get hit by the call-in tank nerfs. I think that's basically the entire reason why it's so popular. So yeah, 3 combat engineers now into a penal. Oh, somewhat related to this game, it was a nice game between DevM and Jeslin on AE's channel. Showing one of DevM's attempts to beat mobile defense. So if you want to see, the developments of the Soviet strategies, check that one out as well. Okay, Pioneers closing in here. VonIvan played quite a defensive start, just trying to cap up his own territory. Not really, scouting out the fact that DevM went so heavy into combat engineers and maybe could have pushed a bit of an advantage in the early game. Just kept up his own territory. Oh, VonIvan not quite in the capping circle there, so not neutralizing the center. But either way, pretty impressive, DevM managed to maintain control of so much territory with only 3 combat engineers. It's not like 3 pioneers, combat engineers are very hard to use in the early game. They just could barely fight any squad at all. At least pioneers, if they're close range, can actually contend with a infantry squad like conscript. Even Tommies, if you ambush them close range, pioneers stand a very good chance of winning. Combat engineers can't win at any range. Here's a DevM doing some sneaky maneuvering, out positioning VonIvan's machine gun so far. It's got a flamethrower on this one on the cutoff as well, so I don't think VonIvan can win because of that upgrade. And likewise, Penals, I think now that they've closed the distance, should be able to beat the Grenadiers unless they get unlucky model drops. So things looking really strong here for DevM, despite this unusual start. Seems to be working well for him. I think it's largely because VonIvan's machine gun hasn't been contributing too much so far this match. Whereas he was backpedaling there with his machine gun. Didn't want to set it right in front of the Penals in case they threw a satchel as it was setting up. Could have been the wipe there. So DevM going for another flamethrower. Double flame is heading out to the right. So looks like if you're going to go for this kind of strategy, you're going to need to prioritize holding onto your munitions, because without the flamethrower upgrades, combat engineers are much less effective in combat. Putting down his tier 3 already. This is a really fast tier 3 tech from DevM. This has been a really impressive start to the match here. Looks like VonIvan actually going for like a not so heavy tier 1 strategy. Quite often you'll see players go for 1 more, sometimes even 2 more units from the starting tech. Not so from Von. Looks like he's going for like a medium fast tier 2 tech. The medium speed. So he probably wants to get something out of here. Maybe 222 or the Flamer half-track. But it certainly has been delayed heavily by DevM's harassment of the fuel. And I wonder if, you know, going for a couple more units from Tier 1 would help overwhelm these comm engineers and result in a lot more territory control for VonIvan. Of course, then he wouldn't get power spike of the light vehicles, but because his fuel control has been so bad, can't even afford... Oh, that was a nasty rifle grenade. Even I didn't really notice the animation of that one, with the flames kind of covering up the models there. That was a very close call. I wonder if he could have stuck around with that Grenadier squad a little bit longer. He tried to get a couple follow-up hits instead of retreating instantly. It's like VonIvan wants to make a push onto the cutoff here, launches a rifle grenade, well dodged. Now with these penals behind light cover, charging them with these grenadiers is just not going to be effective. By the time they get in close, they'll just lose so many models. And I don't think they'll even win, you know, with reinforcements coming out of the base. This is pretty much your worst nightmare as a player. Like, you're trying to get aggressive, move on to your opponent's cutoff, and you're just short. You don't quite have enough units to make an effective push onto it. You get forced away, and then you're just in deep trouble after that. This happens to me quite often. And it's the exact same position as well, because this cutoff's so close to the base. Well, I suppose most of them are, but I too have come down here with not quite enough units to get the cutoff and be forced away a few times. Looks like one squad of penals being upgraded with PTRS here. DevM has selected guard motor. No guards from it yet though. Needs to save the manpower. Did get medics. This T70 and a very fast T70, 7 minutes 50. Don't get much swifter than that. Here comes a half track for VonIvan. Very late though, as I was saying. Feels like he's been a little bit strapped for manpower. Did get a squad of Panzer Grenadiers before the half track, but didn't have the munitions for the half track upgrade anyway, so that's probably why I went for the P-Greens first, because the half track not going to really contribute that much in combat without the Flamer upgrade. So, you know, get the Panzer Grenadiers out, start beating them up. Would be quite nice.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So combination is actually, you know, beating those penals there. I don't really recall what the starting healths and models were like. Fnatic comes in, but really deals only health damage there. And we can see how quickly the command point clock is racing around now that DevM's T70 is on the field and inflicting damage to VonIvan's units. Von does have enough, well, he will have enough fuel by the time he hits 5 CPs. Call in a Puma. DevM's got to make the absolute most of this time. The T70 is on the field and there's no Puma to counter it. Do we have a telemine down here for VonIvan? Perhaps seeing his opponent has gone for flamethrower upgrades. I'm not sure he even knows he's gone for 3 combat engineers with flamethrowers. Maybe he thinks it's only 2. Not sure if he has an accurate count of it. I wouldn't be expecting this many. But yeah, did notice the lack of sweepers, so trying to exploit that by going for the telemine. Good idea. I mean, it's a pretty good spot for one as well. Maybe like a little bit further over this way. The ideal, but still pretty nice positioning. VonIvan actually, you know, having to reinforce the squads that are getting cut to pieces by his T-70. He doesn't have the manpower now for the Puma. DevM continuing to apply pressure. Comes the Flamer half-track though. He's going to sweep away these squads from the right-hand side. Knows he's safe to engage with the Flamer because the T-70 is on the other side, smashing his Pioneers. And here comes the first Puma for VonIvan.
Enemy forces are securing our
Got a
territory.
couple mines here for DevM as well. I suppose that's another benefit of having 3 comm engineers. Should be available to have at least one of the squads. Plant some mines. Puma trying to fight this one at max range. Closing in now, but got some PTRSs there, and we've also got some guards. Which didn't really notice, but they're on the flank.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
It is, you know, preferable to go for a guard squad because once they get the DP upgrade, they're still good against infantry, but also good against these light vehicles from VonIvan. Instead of just going for another squad of penals and then upgrading them with the PTRS, whose anti-infantry firepower is significantly weakened by the presence of the PTRS. Uh-oh! Second T-70 for DevM, and Puma's in trouble now. Pop smoke, trying to escape. Oh, my gun destroyed. That's no good. Another Flame half-track also in jeopardy. Oh, that is a disaster for VonIvan. Losing both his light vehicles there.
Opponents are seizing a sector.
That is just a horrific event. Pretty much has enough fuel to go for
The enemy has driven a wedge
one
in our
more.
lines.
One more Puma. So let's see if he can turn around with that. These T-70s in here tearing it up. 16 kills on one, 3 on the other. VonIvan trying to brute force them away here, but he's going to suffer a lot of manpower bleed in the process. Crewing the machine gun.
The enemy is
Oh,
attempting to
Flamer
steal our sector.
goes down to the P-greens there. It's exactly what VonIvan needed after losing all of those light vehicles just before. Another Puma trying to fight the T-70s at range. Be careful. DevM keeping the pressure on. VP's though pretty close to even. Feels like DevM has had the superior resource controls so far though.
Our territory.
But testament to VonIvan's skill. Keeping the VP game close to even despite being in a tricky position. It was quite a strong opening. The triple comm engineer opening surprised me. VonIvan actually sending out squads on less than fully reinforced. He just needs to get some map control going. That's a bad start, running into the LMG upgraded guards behind heavy cover. Machine gun stands no chance there. Both these T-70s aren't at full health currently, so they're even going to try to repair them to full before trying to engage another Puma war. And we've actually got some Shreks here from VonIvan. Not a horrible idea. Since he's so strapped for manpower, couldn't really afford... Oh no, he just lost a Gren there. Couldn't really afford to get a pack out. But had already built... Oh man, he's chasing down these T-70s, forget that thought. Vet 3-1 trying to speed away to safety, but can he catch it as it turns around this corner? Oh, he does! And he's going to disengage there. But good pickup there for Von, really needed. And I got the Vet 3 one at that, so that's good because, you know, he just lost that Grenadier squad. He hadn't got a pickup there, he'd be in a deep, deep hole. And this one also back for repairs now, so it's going to be out of commission for a while. So VonIvan in a decent position to regain some map control here. Oh, nice dodge of that grenade. And really, this is the strength of this mobile defense commander. VonIvan doesn't need to tick to battle phase 2. Still has access to a medium tank. And because this has been such a violent game, command point clock is raced along. So he's going to have access to a medium tank at a very similar timing to what you would usually have from tech. We see DevM putting down his tech, so he went for 2 T-70s. His medium tank's going to be a little bit slow, but still has to spend so much more on tech, which VonIvan does not have to, and that is why people are trying to remove call-ins, because it just gives you such a huge advantage. That's 2 units or so worth of advantage by not having to tech. Make 2 more units or so. And even if the units aren't super effective, just simply by having more, just calling units give you the advantage. Anyway, T-70 wants to come do some damage. Now that he's been repaired, Puma heading over this direction straight away though. Got some guards nearby, so can't really chase in here. Trick's diving in quite deep. Guards are doing a really nice job here though. DP upgraded guards. Another good grenade dodge there. Puma coming back in. Quite surprising. You can see the strength of guards still very powerful. Finally have to be repelled. So T-34-76 coming in for DevM. VonIvan hasn't gone for another Puma. Oh! No munitions for smoke. Just gets away with that Puma there. Flame half-track in here doing some crazy good damage. Terrorist guards are there. Oh, what is VonIvan doing? He briefly stops his half-track. Maybe he's trying to stop the T-70 from diving on his Puma, offering the half-track as a distraction. Did allow Panzer Grenadiers to get in position to power the T-70, so looks like it worked out for him. Here comes the first T-34 rolling onto the field. And straight after this machine gun. We were just about back to full health. Here come the Shreks from the side. Both of them connect. T-34 takes quite a lot of damage there. Oh, guards. It's suppressed there. Gonna try crawl out of the arc though. Right at the edge of it. Guards now starting to get their veterancy. That's something to be feared. Oh, but here comes the command tank. Very strong anti-infantry performance on this. It'll be quite good against the guards. Oh, and the T-70 finally runs over that telemine there. So down it goes. And just like that, with the arrival of this command tank, the death of that T-70, I feel like VonIvan is now in the lead. He Look at army supplies, he's certainly ahead, 10 supply ahead. And with the support of this command tank, feels like he can put some pressure on DevM's T-34, and the Puma Vet 2 popping off some shots here. Good rate of fire. Oh no, he loses his flame half-track over there on the flank. Oh, and the button from the guards gets smoked out though. Both of them trading attack ground blows. Oh, one of them bounces on the T-34, allowing it to survive. Close call. VonIvan's going to pull back with that. And yeah, I think that's part of the reason why you don't see guards more commonly, is because, you know, mobile defense is so popular at the moment and you can just smoke out of those buttons all day. Smoke is cheaper as well, I believe, right? Yeah, 10 munitions cheaper. It's an efficient trade for you. The old get out of jail free smoke. Moving their way up. Don't know if they'll be able to beat these Flamer combat engineers though, with only 2 assault rifles. Certainly not now with the guards there. And VonIvan, good work harassing down this side. Gonna get some good fuel control here. Probably needs to get himself one more Puma. Needs a little bit more anti-tank to deal with DevM's putting out, because DevM, it looks like he's saving for a T-34-85 now. Something a bit beefier. Oh, T-34 gets a juicy hit. Misses the follow-up shot though. Probably going to allow those grenadiers to escape. I don't know if you want to chase in here, but it looks like he is. He's got the guards leading the way. Once you get the kill on this vetted up grenadier, guards switch targets to it as well, but they don't quite get the kill. Lucky break. VonIvan brings up the machine gun, just presses the guards, and that's going to be it for that engagement. It looks, I'm very surprised VonIvan rebuilding the Flamer half-track. Guess he thinks it's quite strong against guards because, you know, the pool of flames, you can just come forward, torch the guards for half a second, then run away, and then they're standing on that flame pool doing damage. But it feels very risky to me to go for another Flamer half-track in this position.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Here it is. Passing away the penal straight away. Guards heading to that position.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
So DevM has indeed gone for the 85, coming out on this right hand flank with 2 squads of guards in support, looking to do some damage over here. Be careful he doesn't get too isolated from the other T-34 though, because with VonIvan, you know, having Shreks and a Puma, still has enough anti-tank if he manages to isolate one of these T-34s to take it down. Either one. So using them independently is quite risky here, I feel, and all of a sudden, volley of Shreks, T-34-85's taking heavy damage. The T-34-76 also taking fire here from the Puma, but now in comes the 85, pops button, instant smoke from Von, good reaction times there. DevM's tanks though quite low, and another Puma coming in for VonIvan, as I was saying. DevM seems like he's in a bit of a delicate position here. Could be overwhelmed. Oh, the Pioneers go down there. Oh, main gun destroyed on the T-34-76. Similar fate for the Command Panzer IV. Now this fully repaired Puma and the Vet 3 Puma charging forward on the 85. We've got guards there, but no munitions for Button. And VonIvan pops smoke to escape. 85 goes down. And just like that, feels like VonIvan in the lead again. DevM just, you know, he tried to stay aggressive with both his tanks on about half health and ended up paying the price for it. Fresh Puma got called in and turned the tide. VonIvan did get a bit lucky this Command Panzer IV survived, but it's COH2, that can happen sometimes. You know, a few bounces, a few misses here can alter the course of a battle. No two battles are the same because of that kind of interaction. Keeps it exciting though. Okay, DevM going for a late game sniper. A bit more anti-infantry capabilities. Interesting. Felt like his guards were still doing a pretty good job overall against VonIvan's troops. So I'm surprised he didn't go for another squad of guards here. That's probably what I would have done. But DevM's a much better player than I am, so we'll see how this pans out for him. I suppose maybe that's what he's worried about, the two machine guns constantly laying suppression down onto his guards. Sniper with its scouting and reconnaissance line of sight can be easier to deal with these machine guns. Just the problem with trying to run a sniper and hit first against machine gun though, you do end up running into its arc of fire, so you don't snipe the gunner, sometimes they can return fire on you.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
T-34 is Vet 2. VonIvan, you know, comes forward, connects with some shrieks, then backs away. In come the Pumas, trying to capitalize on that. But good mind there from DevM. Main gun destroyed on the most highly vetted Puma. There's another mine back there as well. VonIvan escaping that. Oh, main gun destroyed on the T-34 Puma, also backing away. One shot from death. A few PTRS rifles could finish it in that position. VonIvan somehow dodging that second mine. Oh, but he's stopped with this Puma here briefly. Luckily this is a squad with no PTRSs. It's going to escape. Ooh. Close call for both players there. Looks like DevM's got some pretty strong infantry though. Very highly vetted squads. Investing himself into another T-34. And with those Pumas out of action for a while, starting to get aggressive here, and all these PTRSs even strong enough to force back the Command Panzer IV, especially when it doesn't have infantry support. Not even getting pushed back, getting low on VPs as well, 200 or so remaining.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Ooh, ran into that machine gun. Lost quite a lot of health on his sniper because of it. These Shreks have actually been quite strong, I have to say. I've seen a very good performance of the Panzer Shrek so far this game.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Just like whenever he runs it forward quite aggressively, and when he connects with a volley on a tank, that's a sign for him to go in and get some damage done with the Pumas. Which is something you can't do with a pack really, you know, if you're running a pack in aggressively, run a very high risk of it getting decrewed since it can't retreat, so interesting application of the Panzer Grenadiers here, similar to what we saw in that 2v2 game, where those Shreks were just going very aggressively towards the vehicles, and when they connected, there's some massive damage. What is VonIvan doing here? Pop smoke. Because of that, it looks like he avoids death. Perhaps he's trying to bait DevM in. so this tank takes some damage from the Shreks, but DVM's not falling for it. He's just slowly advancing on multiple fronts now. Machine gun not equipped to cover the center. T-34 comes forward into the line of fire. Both these Pumas, in fact 3 Pumas now for VonIvan. Machine gun doesn't quite go down, but Puma getting cut to pieces. Pops smoke to escape. Guards going in with these PTRSs, doing some good damage to the Pumas, but not getting any kills on these vehicles so far thanks to the smoke. The smoke is just so hard to overcome. Especially on a map like this, like shooting uphill attack rounds is so tricky. Sniper picking away. Looks like this machine gun could go down here. Command tank just about back to full. VonIvan has been doing a good job of keeping at least 2 engineers. Probably needs a 3rd though with how many vehicles he has currently. Doesn't quite have the manpower for it yet. And this sniper's actually been doing some pretty good work. As I said, I personally don't think I would have got it, but DevM sniper micro is legendary. And he's making it work for him. Command tank there, taking some shots. Perhaps anticipating where the sniper is. Sniper picks away at the machine gun. VonIvan just doesn't have the breathing room to go over here and capture his fuel. Even constantly applying pressure here, not letting off the gas. VonIvan feels like he's got enough armor here to make a bit of a retaliation. Machine gun advancing, you know, he needs to box out those guards with his suppression. Sniper outside of the arc though, taking shots. Command tank in there, just kind of soaking up the damage, allowing the Pumas to get the hits on the T-34s in the back lines. Machine gun going down really quickly. Puma doesn't quite get the killing blow on the T-34. Both T-34s low, but so is the command tank. Oh, VonIvan forgot about his Shrek squad. Loses it there. Micro mistake. That could be extremely costly. And this sniper going to work. 13 kills. Really effective against these machine guns. Puma going forward, wants to put some pressure on the sniper. BTRSs are nearby though. Puma's taking some damage. Both Pumas actually on prioritized vehicles here. And find the T-34 being used crew repair, so he can't cancel this. I think that's going to go down. T-34 comes in from the side though, with the guard support, Puma PTRS support. Oh, and he gets a sticky satchel. That's going down. Could take both of them out there. Gets engine damage on the other one at least. Huge play there from DevM to save this T-34 from going down when it was defenseless in the self-repair mode. And you know, between that engagement there, losing that Puma, and the Shrek squad going down, I think VonIvan suffered perhaps too great casualties to return from, though, I mean, given how this game has gone so far, I wouldn't count him out. Just seems like DevM turned a corner there, up to 80 supplied to VonIvan 63 now. Really need to kill that T-34. So that is a 3rd one of the 85 variety that's hit the field for DevM. He's going in. But these Pumas missing. Oh, and he bouncing. Oh, that might have been the killing blow there. But they just bounced. Here comes the other one. Pumas were briefly rotating around to the 85. 85 coming in now, but these Pumas, highly vetted, take care of one of the T-34s. And you know, once when 3 Pumas isolate a T-34, it goes down very quickly. That's what I was talking about. DevM needs to be careful about trying to use his tanks independent of one another, because it does leave them exposed to Pumas chopping them down. And you know, with 2 of these at Vet 3 now, the rate of fire is pretty impressive, plus 33 damage, 33% damage as well there. Not sure what that takes it to. Oh, is it? That would be take it to the full 160 damage, wouldn't it? So yeah, once they Vet 3, only 4 shots to kill a medium tank, like a regular tank would have. Sniper still in there picking away, 16 kills. Feel like he's certainly more than achieving that 1 kill per minute. Great. Oh, once again, even the 85 now, getting isolated. He's used the target weak point. Turret is jammed. 1 more shot to kill here. Oh, and it penetrates as well. Out of control. Can he get revenge with the out of control? No. Not quite. Sniper almost goes down. Martank's feeling bold now. He's got the skirts. Feeling a bit more durable. And all of a sudden, we're back to pretty much level pegging. Army supplies basically even now, after DevM lost those 2 T-34s. But that's what I was talking about, you know, using those T-34s by themselves against the swarm of highly vetted Pumas, very risky. Looks like one of those vetted Pumas ended up dying. I'm not sure, maybe it was to PTRS fire. Didn't catch that, unfortunately. It's good though, because with 2 Vet 3 Pumas, that would be a nightmare for DevM in this situation. Yeah, you hear that. So VonIvan's made a valiant comeback, taking down those 2 T-34s. His VP clock is very close to being extinguished. Sniper picking away outside the range of that machine gun. Grenadiers want to chase the sniper, but the DP upgraded guards chopping them down on the approach. Very lucky VonIvan didn't lose 2 more models there. Very easily should have. Comes the Puma. And there it goes again. Takes a few PTRS shells. Back it goes. And this sniper has been working out really well against VonIvan's double machine guns. I thought it wouldn't work, but you know, DevM's sniper master for a reason. Oh, here it goes. Retreats, no trouble. Shouldn't have even broken a sweat about it. Shouldn't have even mentioned it. Of course he was going to get out of there. Okay, DevM making another T-34. Looks like that's the standard T-34, the 76. Because he's gone for that tank, doesn't actually have enough manpower to reinforce all of his squads currently, so by going for this T-34, he's going to sacrifice a bit of map control here. So it doesn't look like he's going to be able to drain out VonIvan's VPs right now. He's going to have to wait to reinforce the rest of his army. And then make one last push for the VPs, and maybe he can get it. VonIvan still seems to have an army supply lead, but maybe, you know, once everything's been reinforced, we're back to level pegging.
We are losing territory.
Pretty much exactly there. VonIvan actually going for a 2-2-2 here. Very surprising. Perhaps hoping to dive the sniper with it. Must be feeling the burn with the sniper if he's going for the 2-2-2 like that. This T-34 going around. Looks like the Vet 1's going to come in for a flank. This command tank not at a very healthy life total there. At the moment, it looks like he'll go down to 2 shots. VonIvan prioritizing repairing the Pumas. I think that's probably the right way to go. Start picking away at these machine guns. So it looks like DevM wants to come in for some kind of push. Maybe come around on the flank with that Vet up T-34, get some damage done. VonIvan walling him out here at the moment with these machine guns. Sniper doing its best. Puma's going in here. Light vehicle push onto the sniper. But he gets a sticky satchel on one of them. One more shot and that's going down. T-34 misses a killing blow. Main gun destroyed though. These Penals get pinned. Can't contribute the anti-tank rifles. But this Puma also very low. Pop smoke. In comes the T-34 from the other side. Oh, but he doesn't get the killing blow thanks to the command tank aura there. A little bit of extra health saving the day, but both these Pumas extremely low. In comes a fresh Puma. VonIvan calling it in here in his time of need. Going after the command tank kill. Here comes the fresh Puma. He's bounced 2 shots in a row. Now his T-34 is actually in jeopardy. His other ones come up close distance on the fresh Puma, but smoke saving the day once again. DevM bringing back in his sniper to clean up these machine guns. Both his tanks on low though. VonIvan's been repairing up these Pumas. They're still ready for combat. Looks like he's going to bring this one in. Is he going after a T-34 here? Surely not. That's a lot of PTRS rifles. 222 gets out of there. Sniper's still picking away, but VonIvan trying to hold on to the VPs. He knows he's low. Can't afford to relinquish these VPs. He's bringing his units out. Needs to stop this. DevM capping in the middle and on this side. If he secures both these captures, I don't think VonIvan can reverse the VPs quickly enough to get back in the game. Ooh, nice grenade there. He's just going to try hold the line. VonIvan just charging in, but he can't get to the VPs, and that's going to be it. What a back and forth game. Real excellent match here. Looks like DevM's come up with a pretty strong strategy to deal with this mobile defense onslaught. And comes good. Especially the way that VonIvan's playing it, where he just never ticks, just spams all the units, all the call-ins. Saw Jeslin take a slightly different tack, still went mobile defense, but I don't think he even used a single call-in. Just went straight for tier 4. He had the mobile defense there in case he needed it, but didn't end up using it. So yeah, it looks like DevM coming up with some interesting strategies to deal with this mobile defense meta, and perhaps he's starting to crack the nut. Well played by both players though. Very back and forth game. Could have been anyone's match at several points. I feel like VonIvan losing that Shrek squad though. I feel like that was a very crucial moment. But certainly this was a very hectic game, trying to maintain control of so many units fighting on many different fronts at the same time. Very challenging even for players at the highest level of the game. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like your game recast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.